Shine with Kendell Lenice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together.
All right, welcome to Shine with Kendell Lenice. I am your host, Kendell Lenice. Allow me to introduce myself to you just a little bit further. I am a certified transformational life coach, speaker, and author, as well as a certified meditation practitioner and content creator. I'm so glad that you decided to join me on my life podcast. On this podcast, I will educate, elevate, and entertain you with various topics. We will do live coaching, and I will hopefully give you a different perspective on some of your favorite topics and introduce you to new ones. I'm not sure how you stumbled upon this podcast. I'm just so glad you did. Before we get started, do me a favor and subscribe to this podcast wherever you're listening and rate if you are able to. Thank you so much once again for tuning in, and now on to this week's show. Today's show is sponsored by 617 Lip Love Organic Lip Moisturizer Balm by Kendell Lenice. Get yours today at LeniceBoutique.com. This product is for men and women, and its signature flavor, eucalyptus mint. It's the bomb, y'all. Get it today at LeniceBoutique.com. Protect your lips, heal your lips at all costs. 617 Lip Love Organic Lip Moisturizer Balm. Get yours today at LeniceBoutique.com. Support Black businesses, support women-owned businesses. LeniceBoutique.com. Hey everybody, happy week. I hope everyone is having an amazing week thus far. You guys caught me? I thought I had time to chew it. I am taking vitamin C tablets, the chewable kind. So excuse me. I'm sure all my mukbang and ASMR people are loving this, and the people who don't are like, ew, can you stop chewing for a second? I thought I had time, but I didn't. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing well. I hope this is a better week for you. Okay. I'm sorry. I hope this is a better week for you. Everybody was going through it, as I talked about last week, 2020 and all the happenings of 2020. Last week we were on the heels of Chadwick Boseman passing away, and I talked about 2020 news and blues and different things like that last week. So if you missed last week's show or any other episode, go back and listen to them all. They're all loaded for you. I've been doing this thing for 2 years, so there are so many different episodes that you've missed. If you're just joining and you're just coming aboard Shine with Kendell Lenice, for all my faithfuls, hey, I'm glad you continue to come back week after week. So, this week, it's all about feeding your soul. I think it's so important to feed your soul. We're just going to get it out the way right now. Just praying and meditating, those are great ways to feed your soul. We're not going to talk about those today, although I do both. Meditation practitioner and a prayer, but we're not talking about feeding your soul in that way. Hopefully you guys are already doing that. I had shows about meditation, and I've had episodes about praying, so you guys can go back and listen to those. But today we will be just talking about different ways. Excuse me, I'm still chewing the dang tablet. Like I said, all my mukbang folks and all of those people who like that. For those that don't know what that is, when they love to hear people chew and eat and love to hear the different noises of the ASMR, like it could be swallowing, it could be tapping on a table, it could be typing, it could be whatever, opening a bag. They love those type of sounds. And if you go to YouTube, you'll see millions of views and people just watching people open up toys, open up presents, the sound of wrapping paper and doing all of that stuff. I'm not one who likes that, so I apologize to those that are like, oh, why is she chewing? Especially if this is your first time tuning in. All right. So, as always, for those that don't know, every week I start off with a life note. It's a quote, topic, or saying that will carry us through this week's show, this week, the rest of the month, and throughout your life. So, as always, I'll start with this week's life note. All right, it's time for this week's life note. All right, this week's life note is quite simple. Do what feels good to your soul. Do more of what feels good to your soul. We're talking about feeding your soul today. It's so important that you do that, especially in the world that we're living in now, the trying times, the difficult times, you not knowing where the next day is going to take you. Not to say that you know that any other time, but this is a crucial time in our world. We're dealing with COVID-19. We're dealing more of police brutality and what's the effects of that. We're dealing with low finances, no jobs. We're dealing with divorces. We're dealing with making sure your children are safe. I mean, not to say that you didn't deal with any of those things before, but let's be quite honest. 2020, it's been heightened. And so many people are like, oh, yeah, shoulda, woulda, couldas, and oh, if this would have happened or if that would have happened. And of course, you can't change the facts. You can't change the day you're in, but you can change how you respond to it and what you allow to affect you. I have so many different life coaching clients, and I've had over the years, and a lot of people just are unhappy and they're unsure of who they are, even at any age, even in their 40s and 50s, they're unsure or trying to find themselves, or they don't know where their passion lies, or they don't know what brings them joy or happiness. And I think feeding your soul is a good way to do that. Doing more of the things that you love, or doing the things that you used to love that you haven't had the time for, or the things that you've made excuses for, or the things that you're unsure if you still know how to do, or whatever it is. I think it's so important to really feed your soul in that way. If you love to read, feed your soul reading. You know, if you love to, watch movies, watch movies. If you like to laugh, look at comedies. I mean, it's so important. Those are just simple ways to do that. I love to skate. I have been skating since I was a little girl. And where I am in Maryland, the skating rink that my daughters are 27 and 21. And all of their birthday parties, nearly all of them, were at this skating rink. And of course, I would have my skates on with them. Outside of me growing up skating, outside, inside, wherever I could skate, I would skate. And then I passed that on to my daughters as far as birthday parties. So, and then I would go to the grown folks skating after that, and then the family skating and all of that. But they closed down the particular location that we went to. So then I put up my skates for a few years, and I kept saying for years, and then I would go to different skating rinks because I'm not afraid to go to different skating rinks. Just because that one closed down, there's more than one way, to get what you need to do on out there. I was going to say more ways to skin a cat, but we ain't not going, talk about skinning a cat. Why does cat got to be skint with a T? Although I don't like cats, it's so many different sayings that people say. It's like, dang, why are you saying that? Why you want to skin the cat? But I would ask my daughters, I'd be like, come on, let's go skating. And then, okay, they were over it. Now I don't want to go skating. And every week I would ask them to go skating they didn't want to go skating. So then they didn't want to go skating, so I didn't go skating. I was just like, well, I don't want to ride around the rink by myself unless I went to like 30 and over. But every time I wanted to do it, it was like a Saturday afternoon, and you guys know that's family skate, or a Sunday afternoon, it was family skate. So we all have our skates, and they were sitting in the garage. First they were in the house, then they were sitting in the garage for a couple of years in this duffel bag. So I said, you know what? During COVID, I'm sorry, y'all. When I take a break, I'll get some water. I'm doing this podcast early in the morning. That might be the problem. But so usually, going skating, it would be a family thing. And then sometimes I would go with girlfriends of mine, again, to adult skate. But I've been wanting to go, and I was waiting for my daughters, and they were sitting in the garage. And I was like, you know what? During COVID, I was like, I want to go skating. Now, this is the thing. If you're a skater for real, you know that indoor skates belong indoors and outdoor skates belong outside. And you don't cross-pollinate the two. You don't wear your outside skates on the rink because you can mess up the rink. And you don't wear your inside skates outside because you can mess up the wheels of your skates. So it's like one for this, one for that. So the skates I had, of course, were indoor skates. I haven't had outdoor skates since I was a child. I'm trying to think if I had maybe a teenager. I had the skates. Now, we're not talking rollerblades. We're talking about skates. And if anybody's in my generation, you know about the metal skates, or the skates that you put your foot in with your shoe or sneaker already on. You guys know about those. But anyway, I was like, well, I can't skate if I ain't going to the rink now. And of course, Corona, ain't nobody trying to go skating, and they might not even be open. And I was like, you know what? I want to go skating. I went in the garage. I dug out my skates with my purple pom-pom and my bell on it. And I said, I'm going to the tennis court. Now, this tennis court at one of the schools, no one's ever out there. Obviously, schools are closed and they're virtual. But this was before school started this summer. And I said, you know what? I'm going out on a tennis court and I'm a skate. So I filmed it all. I have a vlog, Live Life With Me, on YouTube, as well as on my TikTok, which is Kendell Lenice. I love TikTok as well. But go to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe, Kendell Lenice, and you'll see my talk shows on there. You'll see my vlog on there, some meditation. You'll see a variety. And my whole platform is to educate, elevate, and entertain, just like I'm doing on this podcast. But anyway, I filmed it on for my vlog a couple of times, skating. But the first time I went, I was like, okay, let me get my skates on. I'm just going to use these for outside. I'll get some more inside ones later, but I'm not going to stop feeding my soul and not skate. So I went out there, laced those jokers up, and was skating around that tennis court like I was just on them 5 minutes before. And it almost is like riding a bike. I still was going backwards. I still was skating, some parts that I show on camera, I'm just, skating and backwards and turning around, just trying to test it to see if I can still do it. But then I was riding around that tennis court like I was on a skating rink, and I was out there for like over an hour, 2 hours one time, just skating. So that's something that feeds my soul. It's about doing what feeds your soul. And if you don't know what feeds your soul, you got to start doing things to fortify your soul and to discover who you are. Because some people don't know who they are. They don't know what they like to do, especially you parents out there. If you've been a parent for so long and it's all been about your kids, you forget about you and the things that you like to do. Well, now is the time to start doing those things. So, as always, I have some tips, some lessons, some ideas, and 33 ways to feed your soul. I found them on success.com. So we're going to talk those things and more. I'm going to take a quick break and be right back. Thank you for shining with me, Kendell Lenice. If you're here for the very first time, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to the show and don't forget to tell your friends and family about Shine. We'll be right back. All right, hopefully my throat is clear by now. I apologize to you all for chewing and swallowing and trying to get my life together over here. Again, this is live and this is real life, and I am grown. So I don't believe in making excuses, but I do believe in apologizing. So I apologize. All right, so 33 ways to feed your soul. This is from success.com. I like to, if you're just listening for the first time, I like to have it balanced. I like to give you views of others as well as mine as a life coach and experience. And sometimes I'll expound upon other people's list. I'll have my own list or I'll use other lists just to kind of jazz it up so you can just not hear one perspective, which is mine. You'll be able to hear a variety of perspectives at times. Sometimes you'll just hear mine and I'll do live life coaching and, have my own list. And then other times I like to layer it because that's what it's about, right? Getting a little bit of here, a little bit of there, and to create a whole person and different perspectives within yourself. All right, so 33 ways to feed your soul. Make this daily 10-minute date with yourself. So they're saying make a date with yourself. In my books, I talk about self-dates and self-contracts. So I'm right on board with that. Just give a moment to yourself. I'm going to extend that 10 minutes. But if 10 minutes is all you have in the beginning, make sure you do that. But make sure you even have a whole day to yourself. A whole, if you can't get a day, a whole half a day to yourself, to do something that you love to do. That's what helps you feed your soul. Even if you need 10 minutes to write in your journal, if you need 10 minutes to just go lock yourself in the bathroom, all you people with little kids, I know that the little kids follow you anywhere. So if you have someone else there in the house, just take 10 minutes to woosah even in the bathroom. Also, they say take a leisurely magnesium replenishing bath. Now, I take magnesium vitamins, but let's see what they say here for a magnesium bath. So, a magnesium deficiency can put a damper on your energy capacity and let the depression gain at toehold. So it's talking about your skin absorbing the magnesium in the bath water. So it just gives you a sense of peace in the bathroom, and you can add lavender and do whatever, but it does help your mood. I never thought to do it in the bathtub. I do take the capsules because, and then find out from your doctor what you're deficient in or what helps you, be, I don't even want to say a better person, a more rounded person, and different things affect your moods and your spirit. So in order to really feed your soul, you have to get those things intact first or simultaneously. All right. So number 3, they say heed the mind, body, spirit connection. That's exactly what I was just talking about. Number 4, serve someone. So that will make you feel good in your soul. If you are a great person, you love to serve someone else. If you've always wanted to serve someone else and you're a stingy or selfish person, let's keep it real. There are a lot of selfish and stingy people out there, and their souls aren't fed because they're not giving anything away. So serving someone is giving something away. Give your time away. Give your body away. And I'm not saying give your body away in that way, but I mean, use your body. Like if you need to help someone move or something like that. I mean, because some of you already are giving your body away, and that's why your soul is not fed. It's being depleted. But we're not going to talk about that today. Hello, somebody. All right. So spending a few minutes each day truly relaxed and enjoying yourself is certainly good for your mental health. And September is Suicide Awareness Month. If you didn't know, you know. It's Suicide Awareness Month. So having that mental health intact is so very important. Number 5, they say to feed your soul, as I talked about earlier, is reading. Now, some folks don't like to read. I get that. I've heard grown adults say, I haven't read a book since I was in school. I hate reading books. Or you hear younger people say, the only books I want to read is the books that I have to read for school because I read enough already. And a lot of college students say that as well. But reading is a great escape. You know, it's a personal escape. And sometimes, depending on what you're reading, it refreshes your soul and it feeds your soul. Now, if you're not a reader, like picking up a book or an iBook, try to listen to something on audio. You know, the library has options where you can listen to audiobooks as well as Audible and different companies like that. So do that. And I will also add podcasts like this podcast. There are other great podcasts out there. I'm a podcaster, but I also listen to other folks' podcasts because I like a variety of a lot of different things. And some of them do feed your soul. Hopefully I'm feeding your soul in some kind of way with this podcast. If you go up and down my list of episodes, you'll have something for you on there that will feed your soul and cater to what you're going through right now. That's my purpose. That's my mission. And that's my goal for every podcast. We're all layered. So sometimes we'll be laughing and sometimes, you know, we'll be deep or crying, or you'll be learning, you'll be growing, you'll heal. You know, there are a lot of different emotions that you will have, hopefully, when you listen to my podcast and other podcasts. And I have mine set up that way. So go back and listen, because it's really about feeding your soul. Number 6 they have on here. Let me clear my throat because this is going to resonate with a lot of you out there. Forgive somebody. That's a great way to feed your soul. Forgive somebody. If you holding on to anger and you like, I ain't forgiving that person because that person you are hurting yourself. Once again, forgiveness is for you. I know you've heard it a million times and you're going to hear it 1,000,001 times. It's about feeding your soul. And you can't feed your soul when you got forgiveness or unforgiveness blocking your soul and spirit. It's all about lifting a burden off of your shoulders, because if you didn't forgive somebody, I know you're thinking about it. I know every time that name comes across your phone, or you see them on social media, or you hear someone mention them, you still got an attitude. When people forgive someone, the weight being lifted off their shoulders is a metaphor that can activate real concept of lightness. Let it go. Forgive them and keep it pushing. Let's see. Number 7. It says play with a pooch or cuddle a kitten. All you animal lovers out there, that's a good way to feed your soul. If you have a furry friend, or if you've been thinking about getting a furry friend, spend time with a pet. A lot of pet folks, that feed your soul. Number 8, I love it. Smile. You look so much better when you smile. I'm not a singer, I'm a writer. Shout out to Kirk Franklin. But the mere act of putting a smile on your face influences your feelings. This is what studies suggest. Researchers show that if you smile and put a smile on your face, you will begin to feel better. And I'm going to go a step further. You will begin to heal. Because if you're smiling all the time, now I'm not talking about the fake smile, but sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. If you put a fake smile on your face and people think you're happy, then happiness will come to you. And then that fake smile might turn into a real smile. I'm just saying. One of my favorites, number 9, breathe the clean air of nature. I love nature. I love being outside. You'll see that on my vlog as well on my YouTube channel. A lot of times I love being by the water, whether it's an ocean, whether it's a lake, a man-made lake. It doesn't matter as long as it's pretty and the scenery and the nature and the sky and the colors of the grass and the leaves and the trees. Man, you would have to have a hole in your soul if that doesn't make you feel good. Hopefully you don't have, allergies out there, but breathing the clean air of nature, it makes you feel better. Big doses of nature feeds the soul with the basic elements of life on planet Earth. More oxygen, the green chlorophyll, the microbes in the rich soil, the long view perspectives, the panoramas that put us in our size and place, and then gratitude. It's just about experiencing natural joy. Even 5 minutes in nature helps boost mental health and mood. This is a study. So the PhDs are studying this, saying that even 5 minutes in nature helps boost mental health and mood. Studies find going for a walk in a garden or a walk a day keeps the doctor away. I've heard it. I know you've heard it. Just going for a walk. After this podcast, I'm taking my hind parts for a walk. It helps. Trust me. Being out there, feeling the air, breathing in the air, seeing the scenery, it helps. All right. Number 10, scope out new scenery. For example, this feeds your soul. Check out a new ethnic grocery store, it says. Visit a museum in another town. Of course, wear your mask. We're in social distancing and we're still in a pandemic. All right. Traveling, nothing inspires us more or opens our eyes, it says, than traveling somewhere new. A new scene stimulates your senses and wakes you up out of your autopilot actions that make you feel like a walking zombie. Y'all know what that's like when you're still walking around the same areas, doing the same things, seeing the same scenery. It doesn't shake anything in you. But when you go somewhere different and see a different side of things or different or new scenery, or you're looking at different things, it allows your sensories to get reactivated. Even if you go on my YouTube channel, and I'm not really just promoting it, but you'll see that the things that I'm talking about are the things that I like to do. And if you can't travel anywhere right now or see different things, check out my vlog on YouTube and subscribe, and you'll see different things. I try to bring that to you just in case. That's my podcast is about education, elevation, and entertainment, and so is my YouTube channel. So if you're not able to travel somewhere in the little places that I'm traveling during this time, you can travel with me. That's why I call it Live Life With Me. All right. Also, number 11 they have on here is try the inspired self-dialogue journal techniques. So journaling is a good way to feed your soul, getting whatever's in out. And sometimes the prompted journals will help. It's so important that you just get it out there, and just really discover who you are, whether it's writing, whether it's coaching, whether it's reading. Just get back to you and what's really important in your life. Number 12, they have spend a day with a young child. Now, some of you are saying, I'm already spending every day. Now I got to virtually teach. they're not going back to school. Now I have to homeschool. I'm spending enough time with a child. And I get it. I understand. I don't know how I would be in this time if my children were younger and I had to homeschool. Who knows? I mean, I don't know what that's like, not to send your children to school, because my kids weren't homeschooled. So I don't know what that's like. So my shout out goes out and my hat goes off to all the parents out there that are homeschooling and never signed up for it, but you did sign up to be a parent. So there are so many caveats and surprises in parenthood. Now, the people who don't have young children, or their children are grown and you just need that energy of a child, that's something that can feed your soul. And 13, it says lunch in the light. So they're saying indoors, the light intensity was a mood killer, 300 to 400 lux. Even in a cloudy outdoor, however, even if it's cloudy outdoors, it lifts the mood and the intensity to 10,000 lux. So being inside with the low light, 300 to 400 lux. Then even if you're outside and on a cloudy day, it raises to 10,000 lux, as offered by light therapy box used by some people to combat seasonal affective disorder. You guys know that people have seasonal depression, right? When it's dark, when it's gloomy, like think about Alaska where half the year it's dark, that heightens the depression rate. And some people do have seasonal depression because of that. That's part of seasonal depression. And they're saying just being in the light, just being outside can help you lift your mood and in turn feed your soul. Number 14, immerse yourself in music you love. Now, my oldest daughter, both my daughters love music, but that older one, she loves music. She'll have AirPods in her ears all the time or in the car. I'll go in her room and she'll just be dancing and singing, and just wherever she is, she has always loved music since I was pregnant with her. Me playing music and then her coming out at 1-year-old, 2-year-old, singing songs, like full songs. Everyone would look at her like, how does she know the words? She is a baby. How does she know the words to these songs? People used to laugh. And now at 27, she's still the same way. She's still the same way. And music feeds her soul. It really, really does. It I don't want to say ministers to her, but when you're dealing with certain things or issues, or if you have a not so good day, that's good for a lot of people to put on their favorite songs, put on happy songs, put on positive songs, inspirational songs that make you dance, songs that make you sing. Those are ways to really feed your soul. There's something so common yet grounded about certain types of music. It's a slow, reassuring heartbeat, they say. The true sound of the soul is nurturing, and it just helps with the feeding of the soul and gives them happiness and peace. That's what someone says. All right. So number 15, regularly do good deeds while expecting nothing in return. After all, that is a good deed. If you're expecting nothing in return, if you're expecting something in return, then your heart is in the wrong place and it's really not a good deed. It's to get something out of it. But regularly doing this can feed your soul. I know things like that feed my soul for sure. Number 16, indulge in artwork. Well, did I tell you guys, since COVID, I have painted probably like 8 or 9 pieces of art. Now, I would go to the sip and paints and the art parties and the paint parties and all of that, and by instruction, I would make a painting of the choice of the artist teaching the class. Even for my birthday this past June, I had a virtual paint party. It was just my husband and I had an artist teaching us through Zoom, and we made a painting. But since then, I had so many canvas pieces, big, small, and I have just been painting like crazy. And I must say, it feeds my soul. It's something calming about painting and being abstract and not having any parameters and painting exactly what you want, how you want it, using the colors that you want. That feeds my soul. And since the 7th grade, polishing my nails feeds my soul. Like, I polish my nails every 5 days. I may do designs, I may not. Just picking out the colors and just sitting there, whether I'm watching television or listening to a podcast or whatever I'm doing, that does feed my soul. So it doesn't have to be something major to feed your soul. Just get it fed. I'm going to try to get through the rest of this list before the end of the show. We are getting close to the end. About 9 minutes left. All right. So ponder a poem, it says, number 17. Number 18, move to music. It's about dancing and exercising and just letting your body flow. That feeds your soul, it says. 19, clean and declutter. That has to feed your soul. I'm with that. Because if you are in a junky house, then your mind is junky and your state of mind is junky. So you got to clear that in order to get to your soul. Hello, somebody. That's just what I'm saying. Number 20, change the environment of hurrying the kids to school into a meditation. So they're saying to switch it up a bit. If you're rushing and if you're trying to get the kids to school, and we know now that most of them are going to virtual school, but just introducing yoga and meditation, it says to your children, but I will just extend it to you. Again, I'm a meditation practitioner. So I would say introduce that to you. Yoga, meditation, introduce it into your life. That's something that will feed your soul, and that's a gift that keeps on giving. 21, they say water. Just getting in the water, feed your soul. Number 22, inhale aromas you love for 30 seconds. That's a good one. Ideally from plant, but straight from the bottle of essential oil will do the trick. Let's see. Certain smells and the mere act of breathing deeply makes us slow down our fast, shallow breaths. So it's almost like meditation, it's saying. Dab essential citrus, eucalyptus, peppermint, lavender, or whatever scent meets your fancy, and just smell it. You know what is also good? And this is not a shameless plug, but as you heard, the sponsorship for this particular episode is 617 Lip Love. That's my organic lip moisturizer / balm. It's the bomb, y'all. But my signature flavor is eucalyptus mint. And I got so many positive reviews just about the smell. That eucalyptus mint, that soothes you, that calms you. It gives you a sense of peace. Those smells, those essential oils within those. So I did that for a reason, for my very own lip balm. And it's at leniceboutique.com. You can get yours. It's only $5, so go on and get you a couple tubes. 23, imagine your life as a pie. For each slice, make concrete, achievable goals, such as setting a weekly date night with your spouse or a relationship. Your slice may be your career. It may be your children. So you get it. So imagine your life as a pie and just kind of get all of the pieces in. Go fish, it says on 24. Elevating yourself. Coming up with new recipes, it's saying. It might feed you soul if you love to cook. As always, I talk about practicing gratitude. Make it a daily habit to jot down 5 things that you're grateful for every day. That will feed your soul. Strengthen your body and soul through yoga or exercising. Drop the perfectionist. Let's pause for a minute. Number 28, it says drop the perfectionist. All or nothing attitude. I love that. As a life coach, it's so this is just so important. And I keep saying it's so important because you guys don't understand the simple importances of life and how certain things, some little things, can be so important to your life. And being perfect or trying to be perfect or having that perfect attitude is an obstacle for people. You don't understand. Just trying, if you let go that need for perfection, then you might be able to feed your soul and to live your life in a way that you want to, on your own terms. That's an excellent way to feed your soul. 29 is get a massage. Now, we are in a pandemic, so if you are out there, I know people are still getting massages. I had a membership to get a massage every month. I canceled that early on. I was like, I'm good. I don't know about that just yet. I'll pause. So for 2020, I canceled my membership. But they have massagers as far as the chair pads. I have a massager for my feet. So you can do it at home. Go to Amazon, order you some stuff. Amazon is not sponsoring this show, by the way, but they could. I'll accept. But yes, massage. Also, number 30, lose yourself by watching live theater. Okay, a lot of the live things are not there yet, but you can watch live theater on television. You can get, if you have Netflix or Hulu or cable or anything, or even online, YouTube, you can watch live theater and being present in that theater. Some people love that. It feeds your soul. Live fully in the present is number 31. Notice the chirping birds, the squirrels scampering across the grass, the sound of the breeze, the rustling trees, the leaves falling to the ground. When you live in the moment, so say for instance, you're outside and you're in nature and you're supposed to be absorbing all of that, but you're on your phone the whole time, or you're talking on your phone. If you're talking on your phone and you're out there trying to feed your soul, how are you going to hear the birds chirping? Those are I love to hear the birds chirp. That's one of my favorite sounds. I don't know about squirrels scampering across, but I get it. Living in the present is so important. Gaze at the stars, maybe through a telescope. And it's really what they're saying is throughout this is just the things that are around you right now that don't cost anything. Those are great ways to feed your soul. Lastly, they say keep dreaming. Oh my gosh. That feeds your soul so well. Dreams provide nourishment for the soul, just as the meal does for your body. Many times in our lives, we see our dreams shattered and our desires frustrated, but we have to continue dreaming. If we don't, our soul dies. This is the author of The Alchemist. A lot of people have heard of that book. That's a great read. Your perspective may change when you read that. Lack of time is the first synonym of the process of killing our dream, the author says. The busiest people find time to do everything, while those who do nothing are always tired and pay no attention to little of the amount of work that needs to be done and required of them to do. They complain constantly that the day is too short. The truth is, they are afraid to fight the good fight. And in life, y'all gotta fight the good fight. Feed your soul any way you know how. Whatever is soothing to you, do more of that. Whatever feels good to your soul, do more of that. Whatever makes you smile, laugh, and be content, do more of that. Whatever gets your creative juices flowing, do more of that. Whatever makes you feel good down deep in your soul, folks, do more of that. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Shine with Kendell Lenice. If you can subscribe where all podcasts are played, wherever you're listening, please subscribe right now. Please leave a comment. If you want me to discuss other topics that you might have in mind for me, email me at kendelllenice@gmail.com. For more information about me, you can always visit livingtruelivingyou.com. Remember, you are a star, so don't allow anyone to dim your shine. Until next time, God bless. Peace.
Shine with Kendell Lenice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together.